Hello, today I want to take you through some of the calculations we can possibly have with circle, that's properties of a circle. So I have a circle drawn here and I have here as the center. So from the point here, this center point down to any part of the circumference is called the radius, alright? So if we start from any point of the circle, when you take the distance from this place to, take it round, which is called the circumference. So we're also going to be looking at that today. So from this center point to any point on the circle, we have it as radius. From here, we have this as radius. From the center to any point, we have that all those points as radius. Okay, get that. Okay, so I'm quickly going to be giving us a formula, and that formula is a diameter is equals to 2r. So where the r is the radius and d is the diameter. Alright, so in other words, a radius is the half of a diameter. Alright, or we can simply say that a diameter is 2 radii. A diameter is 2 radii. So in other words, d equals to 2r, where d represents diameter and r represents the radius. So if we have a circle and the radius is given to be 4 centimeters, so we are asked to find the diameter of the circle. Find d, like d, which is diameter. So the solution to this is this: diameter equals to 2 radii, which is 2r. So if you are given r to be 4 centimeters, so what we do is just that wherever there is r, you represent it with 4. So the diameter equals to 2r. So d equals to, so where we have this arrow, we're just going to replace it with 4. So in other words, we have here 2. Instead of us putting the r, so we multiply it by 4, which is the radius. So this will give us 8 centimeters. So we have it supposed to multiply by 4, they give us 8 centimeters. So in other words, when you have this as a circle here as a center, so from here to here, we have this as 4 centimeters. Then from this center point down to the other end, we also have here as 4 centimeters. Don't forget that this is radius and this is radius. So which makes this, which is the diameter, as 8 centimeters. Don't forget that. So that is it. So diameter equals to 2 radius. Let me quickly take you also on another question. So let's see this as a circle, and we have this as our midpoint, which is the center of the circle. So let's say we have our diameter to be 14 centimeters, and you're asked to find the radius of the circle. So how do we find this, the radius of the circle? Alright, so this is the solution. We are given that the diameter equals to 14 centimeters. So there's a formula I gave earlier that the diameter equals to 2 radii. So when you multiply 2 with the radii, it's the same thing as you adding the radius plus radius. So radius plus radius will give you 2 radius. Hope we get that. Okay, so let's continue. And we are asked to find the radius here. So what you do, okay, let's use this an aspect of math that is called the subject of formula. So that's what we are going to be applying here, the subject of formula. So we are going to be making arrow the subject. So in mathematics, if you are given d equals to 2r, it's the same thing as we're saying 2r equals to d. 2r equals to d. So what we do is we divide both sides by 2. Divide both sides by 2. So 2 here, we cancel this 2. So the radius is when you divide the diameter by 2. So this is the formula we are going to be making use of. So radius equals to diameter divided by 2. So radius equals to, so we have diameter. The diameter here is 14 centimeters. So we have 14 divided by 2. So what is 14 divided by 2? We have that as 7. So the radius is 7 centimeters. So that's the answer for that. So there are other questions I'm going to be solving in our next class. Thank you, and wait for more lessons.